Man, black on black crime is sure a crazy thing that's going on in this show, and I cannot believe that we are 2 for 2, and I guess a Tony Banana sandwich in the middle of being swept up out this show. What's popping, y'all? We back with another recap of the challenge All Stars 3. We in the building with Bree, of course.
Hey,
Follow her on Instagram, Bridotz with the Z at the end. What's popping, Bree?
what's up? Are you ready to dive into this episode?
I don't know. This look, it's like the Stone Age has returned. I'm nervous right now.
I'm
What
ready.
you
I'm ready.
what you thinking about? What do you think about the episode? What is going on?
I thought it was a pretty good episode. There were some things that I'm sure we'll get into, but I don't want to spoil. We can go in chronological order because I don't want to.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Make sure to subscribe to DeAndre Way as we there, as well as make sure to follow her on Instagram. And if she ever wants to pop her YouTube up, she can let me know and shout that out as well.
I'm gonna
But
come
we'll
back
get there.
one
Yeah,
day.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Well, y'all, challenge episode 3. We left off with Tina getting her undeserved star. It is what it is with that. But we start off the episode, and Cam and Leroy are FaceTiming their baby, which I didn't know. This is the first time I ever seen them get a cell phone on the show. I was
Right?
surprised by that. I mean, they should be able. They usually get phone calls home, but I'd never seen that.
Yeah, I like that they're able to do that though. I feel like that's probably like one of their conditions where they're like, oh, we'll go on the show, but like we got to be able to FaceTime our baby. So I feel like I think that's a nice idea. I mean,
Yeah, no,
they're new parents, so I mean, that's cool.
well, it's funny that they do that for them. I feel like in the past, I don't feel like they haven't made so much accommodations for the
No,
past.
I feel like it's getting like they're getting more like, oh, I want this, this, and this, but they're making it happen. So shoot.
Yeah, no, and as they should. I mean, I think it's fine. Like with these shows, I mean, as you have experienced, like they take everything away and they strip you of everything. And I think they've been doing that format for so long to where it's kind of the norm. But I think with everything, you kind of gotta, come with the times a little bit. Like
Yeah.
back in the early 2000s, nobody really had like cell phones or computers like that anyways. So it's like, they didn't need it. But nowadays, everyone has so many businesses and things going on to where I think you kind of have to have a little bit of leeway.
And I think it makes it more honestly like rewarding. Like if you're there filming and stuff, you're in your FaceTiming back home, you're like, okay, I remember like what I'm here for. So it's like they're here for their baby. So being able to see him is like, okay, yeah, that's why we're here to win this money for our family. So I like that they're able to do that, honestly. It's
Yeah,
nice.
that was nice. That was nice. But soon, yes, we get to see Ayanna and Rachel talk. They're talking. They go way back together. They've been doing these together for a very long time. And Ayanna speaks about how Rachel influences her with her Rachel Robinson fitness and helped her get back into the shape and get back into
Mhm.
shape and whatnot, which I thought was pretty cool. We don't. I also say on the shows they don't reference back to people's own social media handles too
Yeah.
much to like
Mhm.
promote like that kind of. She got a home promotion right
I know.
there.
That's nice. Yeah.
So like I was, on the chat on the Squid Game, they would say, "Oh, he got it, got his content. Check out his TikTok or YouTube." That would be nice.
Do that. Oh my god. Yeah, that was pretty cool though. And I like their little bond. That was nice.
Yeah, no, they have a nice friendship that seems pretty genuine.
Mhm.
But then we find out abruptly that there's no more time for Tony, and he has ixed from the house. So he said he had issues going on with family. His brother didn't get into details of what it was. What you think about that?
It always sucks when you have to go home for something out of your control. Like, hope everything's okay with the family, but it's like he was gone for so long, and now that he's come back and he can't even compete. That sucks. But I mean, family always comes first, so I get it. But it's unfortunate because you don't have control over those things. So, what do you think?
Yeah, that was crazy. I was not
Mm,
expecting that. Kind of just came out of the blue.
yeah, it was
With
random.
Janelle leaving and now Tony leaving.
Mm,
It's just like, dang. I mean, I'm curious what happened. I mean, it's none of our business, but at the same
yeah,
time,
me too. I'm
yeah,
nosy. I want to know all the tea. I'm like, what
yeah,
happened?
like what happened with his brother? I mean, I hope he's all right because I remember Tony's brother was on the challenge.
Yeah,
And they got into it.
Shane,
Like,
Shane, right? That was his name.
yeah.
Yeah,
hmm They
yeah,
was, they was going at it. So,
Yeah. Were you looking forward to seeing him on the show, or you were just like, meh, whatever?
Tony, I'm indifferent. Like, it's fine. I'm fine to see him back because he hasn't been around in a while. But at the same time, he doesn't. His old Tony, early Tony, brought a lot to the show. I think,
Now he's
and
calm and chill.
yeah, he's calm, which is fine. Growth and evolution and whatnot. But I think as you get older, you can still bring something to the show, even though you're calm and relaxed and whatnot.
Yeah.
Still bring your own essence. And when Tony was on Final Reckoning, I think that was his last season. He didn't bring too much on that to me. He was a good competitor. He did that, but I think like shows like this, you kind of need a little more than that.
For sure.
To like really bring me in. But he was fine. I mean, I didn't hate to see him. I was fine to see him back. So shout out to him.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll come back for the next one as like a little redemption.
He better. We'll see. He needed that money bad, as we saw.
I know. That's what's kind of sad. It's like, his 5-year engagement? Yeah, he needs to plan that wedding ASAP. So it looks like that wedding is not happening anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 years, so let's just hold off on the wedding, coach.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Shout out to the engagement. It's going to keep on hanging in there. But Tony's out the game, and soon we find out that Laurel and Nicole are starting to hang out again, which was interesting. I thought this was a load of hogwash. I thought this was cap. Considering, they were not talking the first episode. I mean, you saw that little scene in the kitchen where they were with each other. Now they're sitting like, oh, you're the only one who really understands me. You're the only one who can really know what I'm feeling. I'm like, I thought y'all was beefing. What happened?
That's why I feel like it's all for show. It's like they know that's why they're there. That's what they're that's like their thing on the show is like their exes. So they gotta like play it up for the camera. Because all of a sudden you were beefing last episode and now you guys are like, oh, I understand you so much. And like now they're like besties again. So I'm confused because I thought y'all hated each other. You couldn't even be in the same room as each other. So
exactly.
I don't know.
It's all cap.
It's weird though because they never even show like the buildup of their conversation. They're always just like filming like the middle of it. And I'm like, but how did we get here? What were we talking about beforehand?
Yeah,
so,
no, the editing team, we need some work.
Yeah, come on, step up your game, editing team. I don't know.
If y'all need somebody, holler. I mean, I ain't gonna do it for free now, but holler. I'll put the pieces together.
I got some editing skills.
Come on, MTV or a Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Come on now. But yeah, they on Disney Plus settings. It seems like with their beef. But yes, Nicole says she needs Laurel in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay, he's like, I'm confused, just as we are. We're confused too, Jay. We don't know what's going on with them. Like,
we don't know.
If I was in that house, I would have to say something. But we'll see if that happens and comes to fruition.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, we haven't heard anything, but I'm surprised no one says stuff like in front of them. Maybe they don't want to like rile them up or whatever. But I'm like, why is no one like asking what the tea is between them? Like everyone's just kind of keeping their mouth shut. So I'm like, interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. It's very, very, very strange indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But soon we get to the challenge and we find out that old man Cyrus comes back. And Cyrus is he was on All Stars 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. I can't remember which ones, but he was on All Stars before. He never won those All Stars, but he's won in the past. I don't hate seeing him back. I don't think he brings much,
right.
But I'm glad to see a brother come through in the show. I mean, like he's kind of like Tony with me, like cool, but
yeah.
What about you? What you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, whenever there's a black person on the show, I'm like, yeah, I'm like rooting for you. But like you said, I'm kind of just like whatever. Like if he wins, cool. If he doesn't, it's fine. So I don't really have an opinion on him, but I do like seeing like the older people on the show because I think it's something new and fresh. So I like being able to see like how they perform in challenges and stuff like that because they be surprising me half the time. So I mean, it was cool to see him on the screen. I guess it was whatever.
He's back, and we'll see how long that lasts. And it's like in and out real quick, but we'll get there. He says he's in the best shape of his life, 51. I don't know if I think that's cap, but everyone says they're in the best shape of their life every single episode, I feel like, but whatever.
They do.
So the challenge is basically dominoes. I mean, it seems simple, but I think they have the domino at the beginning and the domino at the end, and you got to make sure they all match in between. So there's a various amount of combinations you can do, I think, but it's just self-explanatory, but you got to know you got to pay attention to the numbers. You can't just be picking them up and running. You got to see what's at the end and what you have left. All you have to do basically is see what you got at the end still.
Exactly.
And then make sure you still have that in the pile. We're going to save this one for safekeeping and then match it up a little bit.
And then we have like two decoy dominoes or something too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could see how like it could get a little confusing. I don't know, but I don't love like challenges like that. I like the action. Like I get we have to do like puzzles and stuff. But, like I want to see people like skydiving off like a cliff or something. Like I don't know. I want to see like the action stuff. To me, those challenges are, like interesting. Yeah, because that's what I would want to do if I was. You know?
I like watching. I would like to do those, but I like watching the simpler ones just because. I mean, for All Stars, like. These people are older, so you can't be, jumping off.
Take that into consideration.
Semis and jumping into waterfalls. So, people were getting hurt the first All-Star season.
That's true.
So,
puzzles are a good like playing field too. Like it gives more people an opportunity to win rather than like big, buff, strong people. So I get it's necessary, but to me, I'm like, give me all the action-packed challenges, but it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I think they loading us up. They put in the easy ones first, and then they're gonna load us up at the end. So we'll see what's popping. But yeah, it's a double elimination as well, and everyone goes to the challenge, and essentially Avery and Adam win the competition. And
April is surprising me. She won the other one too, and I'm like, I could have had her like low on my radar, honestly. But I feel like she's doing a really good job. I'm proud of her.
Hey, look now, Hooters working hard now. Come on now, don't doubt the Hooters now. Shout out Hooters.
Shout out Hooters.
But yeah, I have Adam's coming with the business as well. So people aren't talking about them, but they're taking their time and sweeping on through the competition. So we find out that Tina, Kefla, Cyrus, Ayanna, Rachel, Brad, Derek, Veronica, Leroy, and Flora are in the bottom, and those are the people at risk for elimination. Now, just seeing that list without the extra stuff, I think the smartest thing to do is put the strong people in there, which is
100%.
Rachel and Ayanna, I guess, and then Brad versus Kefla. Yeah. I think them we'll get there, but them just throwing in like Cyrus or them volunteering essentially, which I don't understand. Like just because he's new doesn't mean that you deserve to go in. So I mean, it didn't make sense.
I agree. It's like you're playing this game for $250,000. Like, don't you want the people who you don't think that you can beat in the end? Like, get them out. What are you doing? Like, there's no time to play safe here. So that's why I'm confused. Why I feel like a lot of the moves are really safe right now, and I get like people don't want to be like stirring the pot early on in the game, but sometimes you got to do it if you want to win towards the end.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the main person did get thrown in, which is Rachel. Like she had to go in. So, and then Brad, I think he should have went in too, but they didn't give him a chance to go in, and he's like, "All right, I'm not gonna try volunteer." But that's the bottom, and then all the brothers in the bottom at Africa, which is a shame. They need to step it up. They not got the powers of Wakanda. It seems like they just got the powers of the white part of Cape Town, which ain't working for them. They got colonized physically.
Put two brothers against each other. I don't understand.
Hey, that's what we do. That's what time they on. Look, they trying to ship them out like the slave trade. Well, we got to get y'all out of here to Africa.
That's so bad.
Nah, shout out them. But, they slacking. But the middle group is Cara, Adam, Nicole, Jay, Laurel, Brandon, Jasmine, Steve, Cam, and Ryan. They must vote 2 men and 2 women. And so they get back to the house, but apparently Ayanna told Cyrus that it's between Cyrus, Cam, Leroy, and Derek on who's going to the elimination. But it was overheard by Flora and Brandon and Jasmine. And they're talking with each other and they're spreading the news to everyone. Look, I get why they did that. People are trying to right now. They're trying to be all kumbaya and do the right thing, quote unquote. But I don't see why Brandon. I mean, that's his alliance, so I understand why he did it. But I don't know. I might have. You got to if you're playing the middle at the beginning is important, and you confirming a solid on a side is a little, putting yourself at risk essentially. Say Kam and Leroy and safe and Brandon's at the bottom. Well, they know you're part of their alliance, so they're going to throw you in automatically to lose one of their numbers. Rather, if you play the middle, you're not solidified. And so with him having all his, he didn't have to tell them that, and I don't think they would have known if he didn't hear it. Like he just said, he overheard it. So he's trying to be a good dude and whatnot. I give him respect for being loyal, but I don't know if I might have kept quiet in this one. What do you think about
I was just about to ask you if you would have said anything. I mean, I guess if you're in alliance with someone, like I would want to know, like I would hope that my alliance members would tell me like, hey, just so you know, like they're going to come after you. So I would want to know personally, just because then you have like someone that you can gun after, and you have like a reason to. So if someone's talking about me trying to get me out, then okay, I'm going to try and get you out first before you have the opportunity to. So I can see why he did it. I would want to know.
Yeah, nah, he on code, so I can't look bad on that. But it was just it caused, I'm rooting for Ayanna, so I was like, oh,
I know you're Ayanna, but the fact that she's lied, like she lies really good. She's like, someone lied to you, Kam. Like I don't know who's saying it, and then she like freaked out and stuff. But I'm like, but you did say it. Like roll the tapes, and they rolled the tapes back like twice. So I'm like, girl, just own up to it. I don't know.
I think. So this is where it can get a little gray. So when she was talking to Cyrus, she said, I think people are going to end up going are looking to break up Kam and Leroy. She did not say I was trying to break it up, but it can be it could be looked at as, oh, you're talking about it, therefore you must be part of it. So there's two.
Yeah.
Both people can be right in this situation. And it's just how the middleman, aka Brandon, formulated it and worded it to Kam and Leroy. So
that's true. But since Kam did call her out on it, she should have been like, no, like I was just saying, like people were talking about getting you out. I never said I personally. So she could have cleared her name, but she got all like positive. So she knew what she was doing, I feel like. But we know you're Team Ayanna, so
no, you're right. She shouldn't have popped off like that. I think she should have just been like, okay, like she owned up to it and said like, yeah, this is what I did say, but I wasn't saying I was going after you. I was saying other people are. Yeah. Then I think that would have helped her in the long haul, because I don't think she would have gotten thrown in, because Kam was pretty much running this entire voting block, and she got everyone to vote her way, most people to vote her way, and I think they would have switched it to maybe voting in Veronica or Flora. Probably Flora, Kam would have voted Flora, Brandon would have voted Flora, Cara could have voted Flora. Like a whole bunch of people would have voted Flora because they don't have a relationship with her. So
what did you think about Cara not voting in Rachel?
I don't think too much of it. I think I see where Kam is coming from. But say Cara does vote with Kam against Rachel. Now she got Rachel on her back. No offense to Kam, but who's more threatening in the game? Kam or Rachel?
Right.
So the vote didn't even matter anyways, because why didn't she get mad at Laurel for not voting her way?
That's true, yeah. Well, because I guess are Kam and Laurel like friends outside of the house?
No, but they seem like they're friends in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, they're talking to each other civilly, and they didn't get along in the past, so I didn't think they were friends like that. But you're putting all this pressure on Cara, who, yes, is your friend, but at the end of the day, her vote did not matter.
Yeah, I would say if the vote mattered, then I would have been a little salty if you claimed to be like real life homies, like outside of the game. But I mean, if it's just like a vote just to because she's trying to look out for herself, then it's whatever. If her vote didn't matter at the end.
Yeah, I was just like, Kam, you got it. Like
dramatic.
Kam is on her high horse right now. She got to take off the fur coat, man. Like I don't know what's popping. I mean, I get it. She's dealing with a lot, but you got to drop it a little bit and not. It's always, I think, smart not to take credit for all the moves and not
For
to want
sure.
to be the head honcho. It's fine to orchestrate it from behind and let other
Mhm.
people seem like they're in charge. And I think she's trying to make the moves and seem like she's in charge.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a good look for her coming up. I think people are going to get tired of that. I know, they're her friends, but there's only so much people will deal with when it comes to somebody being in charge. I mean, I'm in the middle of watching this new Netflix show where the criminals are like free in the jail cell. I
I
forget the
was
name of this show.
watching that.
Unlocked, Unchained.
I forget. I watched like the first like 10 minutes.
It's
And then
pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Mhm.
I mean, it gets a little crazy, but it's similar because one dude in the show, he's like the leader of the prisoners, and he's trying to tell everybody what to do and whatnot, and people are getting tired of it. But then he's breaking his own rules
Mhm.
and being a hypocrite, and now everybody is tired of him trying to be the boss and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah, sometimes it's okay to just like be quiet and do things behind the scenes. You don't always have to like voice your opinion in front of everyone all the time. So I feel like that makes you a bigger target, especially since she has Leroy in the house too. They're already a target because they're a pair. So it's like just try and play it chill for a little bit. So you aren't on people's radars.
yeah. And Cam can't be. It's like if somebody's not doing exactly what she wants, she's getting upset, and it's like you can't try and be controlling of people like that. Like
Yeah.
they have their own games to worry about. They can't just all cater to you.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
she's
She's
I
gonna
like the way she plays in general, but I don't like all this extra high horse stuff going on.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with her. I'm very curious to see how her game plays out. So we'll see.
No, we'll see. It's be very, very interesting. But yeah, we see Cyrus and we see, so apparently Ayanna has been there for Jasmine outside of the house and they're friends. Jasmine says she checks on me and talk and this, that, and the third. But Jasmine's quick to turn on her in the game. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I
I was
know.
like, damn, Jasmine.
I guess they really ain't friends.
I guess not. I mean, that was quick. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's on her divorce party, so I guess she don't really care about nothing going on right now. She screw the marriage, screw the friendship, screw everything.
Yeah,
I'm trying to screw some.
I feel like when you're in a game like that, like I don't know, I just feel like emotions are high and stuff. So you're like, I'll do whatever to stay in the game. And if Ayanna's like being a target for the main house, she's like, all right, me too. Like, I don't want Ayanna in here because she's not good for my game. So it's like, you'll just hop on whatever wave just because everyone else is on the same train.
Yeah. Now, Jasmine, you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. I think ultimately Rachel was going to beat anybody in the elimination. So it really didn't matter at the end of the day because she would have beat anybody. But you gotta think about just what's best for you. And Jasmine, if I'm you, I'm not the strongest competitor. You're small. You don't have the best endurance. You got to see who you can beat, and you got to just ride on the wave that works best for you. So you might have to work with like Veronica and Tina, somebody who you could possibly beat.
Yeah.
And figure something out. You ain't gonna beat Cara. You ain't gonna beat Rachel.
No.
You could possibly beat Ayanna in certain things, but that's just the way she got to look. She ain't beating Laurel, so.
Hell no.
So I just hope she's aware. I just hope she's aware.
What her strategy is. She's a little confusing, but
yeah, I don't know. But she popped off a little bit though. She
did. She's a little sassy.
Thought she was gonna punch a mirror again, but she didn't. But so we've seen Cyrus and Kefla sit down and talk about how they have each other, the history and the politics of the game. They both know they're going. I mean, they volunteered, so I think that was stupid in itself. I mean, give yourself a chance, but at least Kefla. Cyrus, I could see why everyone would just vote him in. He just came, but at the same time, look, I'm sure they could have got. I mean, they could have got Derek in there. If one of them would have vouched really hard, like, please give me Derek.
Yeah.
Maybe. What do you think about them? I mean, we talked about this.
I didn't like that, especially because they're friends too, so they could have been really good allies in the game. And so why would you want to go against someone that you could, work with throughout the rest of the game? So I think they should have tried to get at least someone else in there, and one of them had a chance of staying. So I don't know. I didn't like that seeing both of them. They had to go, but I'm like Kefla. I'm like, I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. They're a little slow, I think.
Yeah, no, that was not the move. That was not the move. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, the Kam Ayanna fight was the best TV I've seen in a while for me. I loved it, every second of it. I mean, I was like, show me the people. Show me the people.
She's like,
Show me
this
the
is
people.
Cam. This is what Kayla Cam do. I'm like, oh, man, she didn't come to play.
I was crying when she said that. Is this Killer Cam?
She's great TV. I have to give it to her. Like, she's amazing TV. She knows how to
Yeah.
work it. So
Yeah, she was talking to the camera too. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
I do like that.
Oh God. But yeah, she it was kind of crazy in there. But yeah, it was nuts. But then you know, Ayanna, I did like how she had some people to back her up and not everyone stomp her out with Rachel, Tina, and Veronica being there, because it would suck to have everyone against you.
Yeah.
And nobody to back you up. I mean, shoot, even Brighton had people backing him up. So, I mean, not everybody was stomping him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's doing this for her kids, and I wish they kind of could come together, because they both got kids, and they could be like, look, let's look at the bigger picture here. But what's done is done at that point, and their relationship doesn't seem to be repairable at this point.
I also think, though, at the end of the day, if someone's like stirring up like drama and stuff like that, and like is on everyone's radar, you should keep them around, because they'll always be like a bigger target than you. So I'm like, why don't we keep her around a little bit longer?
That way, you could get just get her out whenever you wanted. I mean, I think the best thing for the girls, to be honest, is to put Tina against Rachel.
Oh God, yeah, we should have saw something like that, but
they're working together straight up, I mean, I guess Ayanna was working with them too, but not to the extent. So
I think people are just tired of Ayanna after down with Janelle.
Look, I get it. You got to think of person. You got to think of like how you got to live with these people. And if somebody's pissing me off every single day, even if they're good for my game, they might have to go.
Yeah.
So I get it. But yeah, Cam is tired of it. She's stressed out, and she's like, "Look, it's time to make this happen." But yes, they get to voting. It's a unanimous decision to vote in Keefa and Cyrus. We get the vote. Eventually, yes, Ayanna and Rachel get voted in, and Cam has a hissy fit against Cara for some reason, even though it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Cam, come on. I don't know what's going on. But we get to the elimination. And the elimination is called down the tube. And all they have to do basically is push the ball out the other side. Very simple. Very simple. Elementary. They did do it twice. I think the best strategy, I mean, honestly, it's just like a power thing. Like there's a little strategy in this.
I feel like the strategy is just to like go low, like just squat and like be low and then push. Like you can't, because who was it? Cyrus and Keefa, when they were going against each other the first round, Cyrus was just like standing up straight, and I saw like Keefa, he was like going down, like squatting and then powering through, and that's how we got it through the first one. So I'm like, you got to go low. It's like football, like where they do those little practices where they run against the things, So I'm like, I feel like that's like the only strategy. But other than that, I don't really know what other strategy there is to it.
Exactly. I mean, they didn't make no math equations in this one, but yeah, it was just a sheer will of heart and strength, and Keefa takes care of business just like that. Pretty much, he gets it done 1-2, and he's 2-stepping out of there. Sad performance for Cyrus. A very piss poor way to go out. Spending one day in the house. I don't like seeing him go, but I'm not like sad to see him go.
Yeah, that was so funny though when Keefa won, and everyone thought he was hurt, and he did that little twerking thing. I'm like, he's my new favorite.
Nah, that was funny as hell.
I like him. I was like, everyone's like, oh damn, like he's hurt, he's old, huh? So it makes sense. But then it's just twerking. I'm like, I like him.
He had to get down in dirt, but he took care of his business and twerked his way to victory. And now it's time for the ladies. I think they set the ladies up because it would have been only a men's elimination with the double elimination, but people were probably complaining about Ayanna. They're like, look, production, we need to get Ayanna out of the house. Y'all make a double elimination because we gonna vote. So Rachel and Ayanna get in there now. This is a close fight, actually. I mean, they're
I
going
was
pretty much.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Ayanna, I think if she lost a lot of weight since the last time she did All Stars, and I think if she wouldn't have lost the weight, she might have won.
maybe. I mean, honestly, I thought at least during the first round, it looked like Ayanna had it for a second. I was like, is Rachel about to lose this to Ayanna? So, I mean, I think she put up a good fight. I think it was a pretty equal fight, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was as equal as it could have got. I mean, if Rachel would have went up against Flora or Tina, it would have been done in 2 seconds. I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
But nobody. I think the only person that could have maybe beat Rachel in that was Laurel. Probably. I don't even know if Cara would have beat Rachel in that. Maybe Cara, because she could get lower. So Cara and Laurel could have beat her in that, but everybody else would have got washed.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they set Ayanna up for failure, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I think Ayanna thought she was winning too, because when she screamed out to Kam, it was like, I don't even remember what she said, but she was like talking her stuff to Kam, and I'm like, girl, but you were about to lose, so why are you talking in the middle of the elimination? Like, just focus on the elimination, girl.
If you want me, Kam, you gotta come get me yourself.
Yeah, like, girl, play the game.
She was killing me. Oh, I'm sad.
No, R.I.P. I'm sure we'll see her back on our screens for sure.
I hope. Well, Ayanna right now is going through breast cancer. So
really?
yeah, she has breast cancer and she's going through chemo at the moment.
Oh wow.
And yeah, she's so shout out Ayanna for a full recovery. Hope she gets well. But yeah, she's doing that, so she ain't coming back anytime soon. Maybe in a year or so.
Oh wow.
But
wait, did it happen after the show?
The show filmed like a year ago. Like, the show filmed a while ago. So I think several months after that's kind of when it happened, and then she's been doing the recovery since. But yeah, so she's doing all right. She's hanging in there. Yeah. I think she just finished the last surgery she needed, or treatment. So now she's just recovering.
All right.
But yeah, one step at a time. But yeah, she's eliminated from the game, and it's time for the people to take the stars. And Keefla decides to take Brad's star.
That was smart.
And Rachel takes Tina's star and gives it to Veronica.
Stupid. What was the reasoning behind that?
I think she thinks that Veronica, there's no way in hell she's winning a star or winning elimination. So, like, this is the only chance she has to get one. And Tina at least has a chance to win one. Like, she's not just, a sitting duck nonstop, because I think she just knows that. And so she probably talked to Tina before, like, hey, like, look, I'm giving Veronica the star. I know you can win it, and if I go down there again, you're gonna get the other one. But I need Veronica to have one, because she's definitely not gonna get one on her own.
Yeah, but why not take Kara's star,
I think because Kara stood up for Rachel and didn't vote for her, and so Rachel didn't want to lose Cara as that ally.
That's true, yeah.
Because that's the bigger picture. She's especially, I think it was silly as hell. But I think if you're gonna take Tina Star, which honestly, like I said the last episode, she needs to get rid of them too. But if you're gonna take Tina Star, give it to someone who, like a Laura, Laura owes you one. She gets in power. She gets into voting blocks. She's not going to vote you in. I think that would have been the smartest place to kind of do like a bartering thing, because it's still early in the game. It's very early. But to give it to Veronica, I mean, she's going to get it taken. Like, let's be real.
Like, it's so early on in the game. She's not holding on to that star. So that was a stupid decision, honestly.
Yeah, give it to give it to Kam, or give it to, like I said, Laurel. I think that would have paid very big dividends as time went on. But I just think you flip-flopping stars, people making you making a sham of the game and whatnot, and making jokes, and some people might take that the wrong way. So even though it's whatever, but I don't know, Rachel. I don't
know what was up with that.
But yes, Kam said Rachel is playing a scared game because she did not steal Cara's star. I mean, I don't know if it's scared.
I can see why she didn't take Cara's. I mean, she did stand up for Rachel like during the voting, so I can see that. You want Cara on your good side, more allies the better. So I don't think that's scared. I think that's maybe playing it smart. So I don't know, but maybe Cam doesn't know how like tight Cara and Rachel are. I'm not sure.
Yeah. She might not. I mean, I think one thing Cam what is disadvantage is she's probably missing a lot of the game talk and action that she usually sees because she's busy with the breastfeeding, and she's dealing with the postpartum, and she's dealing, with the separation stuff with the baby. And so I think that's taking you away from like the regular conversation she normally would be having with the people and knowing what's going on and the vibes. And so her not being able to be there she might have known how close they were and she might have understood it more rather than her questioning like what's going on. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I wonder if that's gonna like interrupt her like social game, like her having to like take those breaks and stuff away from everyone and stuff. So that could affect the game too. You never know.
I mean, yeah, I think it has heavily already. I mean, the voting didn't not everyone voted for Ayanna and Veronica. So, or not Veronica, Rachel. But we'll see. I don't know, Killer Cam, you might get killed out here if you keep making these mistakes. But
no, I hope not.
I hope not too, man. Shout out Cam still. I mean, she's tripping a little bit, but I'm gonna give her a pass on this one. I'm gonna give her a pass on this season.
I'm just tired of seeing Leroy in the bottom group. I'm like, Leroy, pick it up. He needs to prove himself. Come on, man.
Yeah. I think he's gotten bottom 3 in every single one so far. So
that's so sad.
Leroy, she should be getting mad at Leroy if anything, because like Leroy, I can't keep bailing you out and saving you.
Carrying the team, yeah, for real. She's doing all like the social work for him. So I don't know. Come on,
Leroy took that break and he lost all his powers. It's like, they lost his Black Panther powers.
Not the Black Panther power.
He did. He got stripped of everything, and he just can't do anything right. I mean, look, Leroy was never the best competitor, but he's always like respectable. And now he's just, I mean, he's losing to like Derek and Ryan. Like, come
I
on.
know it's a little pathetic.
No offense.
Yeah, no offense. But come on, Lee.
Come on, Leroy. Like the challenges you've done, all of them have been essentially like endurance based and somewhat physical, and you're losing.
I guess we're gonna see what happens. You better step it up.
We'll see. Well, that was the challenge All Stars for episode 3 rundown. We gave the takes. We gave what's really popping, what's really going on from these POV, and we'll see what's popping with episode 4. Nice and slow and smooth, and I don't know if any other episode is gonna top this one. This one's hard to top.
I guess
the queen left.
Yeah. R.I.P. Ayanna. But you know what? I hope she recovers well with her breast cancer. So you know what? Give respect to her. But we'll see what episode 4 holds. I'm excited.
We'll see. And episode 4. I think. No, nobody else knew it was coming in. Oh, I think we're done with the people coming out. But yeah. See y'all next week, episode 4. We out here. Peace, blessings, and have a wonderful rest of your day.